Okay, guys, so new article just came out. And if you thought pregnant people or birthing people was offensive to women, then we had menstruating people. And as you can see in this clip, AOC can't even stick to the script that she's trying to push, where she almost slips up at the beginning there and she says woman and then changes it up.
Well, I find Governor Abbott's comments disgusting, and I think there's twofold. One, I don't know if he is familiar with a menstruating person's body. In fact, I do know that he's not familiar with a woman, with a female or menstruating person's body, with a woman, with a.
On top of this tweet, we then have articles like this saying the term menstruating people is in no way intended to replace the term woman. Women are women, a group of people who define themselves as women. Menstruating people are an even larger group of people, if you can believe it or not. As there are people who menstruate but do not define themselves as women. If that wasn't enough, they switched breastfeeding to chest feeding for you guys, just to make it more inclusive. Then, not too long ago, we covered how woman is now Womexin or Womex, however you pronounce this. And then John Hopkins also decided to make lesbian a non-man attracted to non-men. So women lost the term woman. No longer even cis woman, as they like to throw out there. You're just non-men. But to top it off, the new one is the vagina has been rebranded as the bonus hole. Oh my gosh, what is society turning into? The bonus hole by cervical cancer charity. So we're going to go through this article quickly, all right? The terminology which aims to avoid upsetting transgender men has been accused of dehumanizing women. Wow, why would you think that that's what it leads to? A charity which advises medics to refer to a vagina as a bonus hole to avoid upsetting transgender men has been accused of dehumanizing women. Joe's Cervical Cancer Trust offers a guide on its website detailing the appropriate language healthcare professionals should use when dealing with trans men. Now, trans men are women, we know that biologically, and if they have the parts like a vagina, I think it's okay to say that, seeing as they're going to a place that tests the cervix, which is another woman's body part. The bonus hole and or front hole are deemed acceptable alternatives to vagina, a word which could cause someone to feel hurt or distressed. You gotta be joking me, man. This is supporting trans men and non-binary people. The glossary was created in a partnership with the LGBTQ Foundation. Bev Jackson, a women's rights activist and co-founder of LGB Alliance, said, "Disgusting language like this, which intentionally dehumanizes women, must be rejected by all reasonable people." Now, I understand that this is trying to say that this terminology or this words are targeted towards trans men, and and it says non-binary people, but you don't see this, at least I haven't seen this, for men in any which way. Now, outside of cis man and cis men, I think they had one other term, which was sperm producing for men. But again, all the terminology for the men have basically stayed. As we showed, even in the John Hopkins thing, gay man was still a man who is emotionally, romantically, and sexually attracted to other men. It never changed this to non woman, like they did here for woman to change it to a non man. So again, it's just weird that this is so heavily targeted towards women. Um, The fact is, women have vaginas. It's appalling that anyone would think that reality is offensive. If you think it's offensive, then that's your problem. And I'd agree with that. There's no reason for the rest of society to adapt our language so as not to offend people who are offended by reality. Some people wish to ignore the very clear biological differences between men and women. Now, the part that got me the most here, it says, women are our main audience at Joe's. Women are your only audience, seeing as women are the only ones with a cervix. Like, why does this have to be stated? However, some trans men and non binary people have cervixes because they're women. And to reduce as many cervical cancers as possible, it is important that we also provide information for this group and the health professionals who support them. And listen, I get this is one charity, one organization, whatever in the UK that's suggesting this for their patients and maybe their medical staff that deals with these people. But again, it seems like all these terms are just so dehumanizing. Body with a vagina, someone with a cervix, chest feeder, menstruating person. Like, it's just omitting that that's part of being a woman, you know? And sure, they may not see themselves as women or identify as women, but they still are women down to the core of the biology. Now, apparently, this also was suggested, I believe, in 2020, but it's just recently come out. And, it's picking up some steam, as you would suggest. The term bonus hole seems pretty ridiculous, or front hole. Even somebody who is a trans man or non-binary, I don't know why you would want it referred to as that. That just sounds so strange. And to have and to be urging the medical professionals that are dealing with them to call it that as well. If a healthcare professional started referring to the vagina as a bonus hole, I would have serious questions about this person's ethics and morals and education, because it's not a game show, guys. you know we're not on a game show and this is the bonus round or anything like this. Bonus hole or front hole, like, this is crazy. But anyways, I'm a man, what do I know, right? I'm just ranting and raving here, reading this ridiculous articles that are coming out. And I just feel sad for women. I think that's the main thing that I'm getting from this, is how you guys are just losing left, right, and center. You gals, I should say. But yeah, I don't know. As always, love to hear from you guys, and leave your comments in the comment section below. I'll catch you on the next one.